Hey folks, how we doing? It's Q here with another episode of Chips and Chops. We got the Volume 3, the return of Squadda B.
What up, man?
I mean,
what up, man?
brethren,
You came out,
good,
man.
Yeah, of course, man. Good to see you too.
Yeah,
you know, we definitely had to cut through matching one time. You know,
we keep the uniform going. We working at all times,
Exactly,
experimenting, doctor type shit.
Black Olsen twinning, you know. Ain't say too
like
much
that.
about that.
I like that.
Yeah, but really good to see you.
Yeah,
again,
good to see you too, man.
Yeah, but you've been working a lot too since our last meetup with the when you was working on the Wonderful World of Squadda B.
Yeah, that came out cool. I like the interview that we did, and the project itself came out cool too, man. First off, how you been?
Yeah, nah, I've been good, man. I just been out here, just working. And then still been working on the channel. I started a gaming channel on Twitch.
Yeah,
same username as on YouTube and IG, Chips and Chops Q. So definitely check it out. We weaving in, trying to get all streams of income going, and just all streams of this entertainment space and stuff is here what the people like.
Yeah, what you doing on Twitch?
Yeah, man, I've been playing some retro games. I've been I played Earthbound for the first time, a Nintendo classic.
Okay.
Let's see, I definitely highly recommend that. Let's see, I've been playing the Super Mario Mario Party Advance.
Okay.
What else have I been playing? Kirby, of course. Kirby is my guy.
Yeah.
Let me see. Who else have I been playing? Final Fantasy VII for the first time. And that's been bringing in a lot of viewers, because people who've known it and have loved it, they starting to see like, oh, it's a new person actually playing it and playing it through like fresh eyes who hasn't really played it. They're like, that's rare. So they actually like, so it's been cool. And I feel like the people have been real responsive with it too.
How long do you usually play? Like,
I usually try to go about at least 3 hours. Yeah, I try to weave in my spots, and then I'm usually a night owl with it.
Okay, cool.
So like, but the night owl, like I get some good interaction, like a good engagement.
People be up talking back and shit like that?
And all over the world, because then it'd be different times.
Interesting.
So yeah, I got some people out in Australia, New Zealand, the UK.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bugs, Rami.
That's a good idea. I'm just gonna write that down.
Yeah, for sure, bro. The Twitch, like, that's it, bro. Like, it's really cool. And you could play your music. You could do whatever. It don't even just got to be games. But if you did want to do games, the stuff you like, people would probably be interested in too, bro. For real. Like, and then I'm starting to upgrade the software and stuff. Like, I was gaming off the laptop, and then I threw a little bread and got a little mini PC. So that thing's been going.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's always inspiring, man. Like, whatever we can do to stay connected to the world and, you know what I mean, keep people entertained as entertainers, you know what I mean? Like, we should always be thinking about. So I'm proud of you for doing that. And it's inspiring.
I appreciate it, bro. For real. Like, and the best is yet to come, you guys.
Exactly.
So please stay tuned.
Need to get that tatted, man. The best is yet to come, because it's always yet to come.
Yeah,
I believe in that heavy.
Bro.
I heavily believe in that.
And then you said you was really happy with the reception of the Wonderful World of Squadda B.
Yeah, the Wonderful World of Squadda B. Shout out to JUS. Shout out to Danny Brown. They helped executive produce that and put that together. Anyone who's heard it has gave me nothing but good stuff about it. I get people kind of almost every week who are like, I love that album. I'm always thinking they talking about the SM6 instrumental thing, but they talking about the rap thing. People are like, I understand. I didn't really like instrumental albums growing up. So I understand people really gravitating to the rap stuff more than the instrumental stuff, even though people love my instrumentals, so I've been told. But
right. So because then they go hand in hand, really. So like, once like the people, and I also feel like probably since this one came out since the Wonderful World came out before, it had a little more time to marinate.
Yeah.
So then you did release the SM6.
Yeah, SM6.
That's the instrumental.
That's the instrumental album. That one out, SM6 Secret Mixtape 6. I started putting out the secret mixtapes. Let me turn this phone off. I started putting out the secret mixtape thing. It was like a secret just for people who had bought, I think, Green Over Greatest Hits back in 2017. I made like a secret mixtape of instrumentals for them, and then it just stuck on. Like, I started making them every end of the year. I just hunkered down for about 2-3 months and make as many beats as I can with the idea of making like a beat tape for the end of the year. I stopped doing it for like 2 years because I was just sending my instrumentals everywhere. I didn't really have them to put on the mix CD.
Okay.
But this year I came back with it because I was all around the world producing this one. I was working on this in Canada. I finished it off in Bali and shit like that. So like, it's like an international film. Yeah, I worked on it on like 3 different laptops, and I only even had the stems to most of them. So it was just really like a product of like the countries I've been and just. So this is a special one. This one's a special one. SM6, y'all check that out, man. That's like probably the most worked on instrumental album, or probably might be most worked on album I've ever had, because usually I make albums in like a month, 2 months, maybe 6 months tops.
Yeah.
So this one been cooking for like a few years now. So
okay,
yeah, adding really different layers, mixing. I added some percussion out in Bali on it. So this one, it's an instrumental album, but it's definitely been worked on since 2022 for sure.
All right, for sure. Then you feel like being out in them different places, just like, where would you say you got the inspiration from while you were out there? Like in each different spot, would you say?
I mean, it started, now you're making me think, when did I start the album? It started, I was in East Oakland at the time, and just working on beats, and there was a couple ones that I really liked. But once I got to Canada first, I think it was Alberta, Calgary.
Yep.
We went out and seen Bret Hart, the Hart House, the Hart Foundation House.
Oh shit, you hadn't seen this, the Hart Dungeon?
Yeah, the Hart Dungeon. That was hot. During that trip, I made this beat on there called "On My Block," and I think out there was when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this thing finished. I'm gonna finish this up out here. And I think it's just the environment. Like it was almost snowing out there. So it was just like a real, and it had a dispensary like right at the end of the block. So it was like, it really felt like how I want to be, in the house, cooped up, warm, smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, doing my thing.
And how's the Canadian weed?
It's good. I was on the vapes mostly. I had some pre-rolls. I walked around out there. Yo, it was cool. It was like, it wasn't a lot of people outside, and the people who were outside were real nice. Like it's a cool spot. Like I ain't gonna lie, Canada's dope. Canada's dope.
For sure. Shout out to our neighbors up north, man.
But I will say, out in Bali, playing the percussion and being in there with them was dope, because it was like they didn't know what to expect with me, and I didn't know what to expect with them. So like the equipment that they had out there, I had never recorded on. It was kind of like some different type of equipment. I don't even know how to really put it, but they didn't really know what to expect. They thought I was gonna come in there rapping. They brought out some mics and stuff, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna, what y'all got in here? I just looked around the studio. They had a bunch of different percussions and a bunch of different stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna play I think I tried some piano a little bit too.
Yeah.
But my swag wasn't right for the piano, so I just said, nah, let's stick with the drums. And I was just out there beating. I think there's a song, I think In Love, you can really hear the percussion. In the beginning of track 1 on SM6, there's like a leading up the song that started. I did that out there. So
okay, that was you. Yeah.
So it was just like building up and doing whatever I could that sounds right, and just loving the environment and wanting to leave with a piece of the environment. Like those drums had a special feel and sound in that big ass room. It's kind of like a room like this, but it was fun. I think going to different countries, it just kind of like, it makes you focus on what you got. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm here, all right, I'm not about to start nothing new. I got these people watching, you know what I mean? We don't even speak the same language. So it's like, all right, let's really zone in on these songs. And that's pretty much what I did.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, no, just locking in and giving it all you got, bro.
Facts,
like really, it's the elbow grease project for real.
Nah, SM6 is definitely the album I worked on the most out of all my albums for sure, like for the longest and everything. So check that out. And it's like a real album. Proud of that.
Yeah, you guys, you heard it, man. And then what else you got cooking up in the near future?
That's a good question. Excuse me, I might think about that. Well, right now I got a book about to release, and it might be out by the time people see this. The greatest producer I know. In that time, actually out in Bali also, I did a lot of work on that book out there. This was 2022. I sat down. I caught COVID out there, so I was really in the house or in the villa for a little bit. So I was writing out just a bunch of just different little things and letting my journal work. I wrote most of the book out in Bali, but I got a book coming out. I did an audio book for it too. It's kind of like my main goal for the book was for people who want to produce. Like this is more so for people. At one point I wanted to call it, I think I was going to say the worst producer I know at one point, because I wanted to just give all my mistakes. and be like, yo, this is this. But, I wanted to, shout out Lil B, I wanted to give it a base positive spin. So we call it the greatest producer I know. And it's really for people who want to start making beats. If you make beats already, it's dope for you to read too and, see my opinion on things, because it's all opinions. I feel like we're producing, it's literally all opinions.
Yeah, it's subjective.
That's the word I was looking for. It's subjective. So, like, I don't want people to read my book and be like, man, this motherfucker full of shit. Like, don't listen to him. But it's like, really, it's all what you want to do with it. So I got that book that's coming out. We're about to be out. I did an audiobook version where I'm reading it. Music-wise, I'm all over the place. It's going to be a busy year coming up. 2026 is going to be a real busy year. You're going to see a lot of stuff coming out. Yeah. You rap?
No, I do not.
You want to start?
Nah, I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to appreciate it.
You going to pass?
You may catch me on a deluxe.
We can get you a single.
Maybe.
I'm producing a lot of singles. We can get you a single.
All right.
We can get you a single.
Shoot, y'all heard it here first. We might get a Chips and Chops track.
Yeah, we'll do a Chips and Chops theme or something.
See, that's what we talking about.
Shout out Emmy Boom. I got a whole project I'm producing for Emmy Boom. I think we're gonna call it Squadda Boom. Shout out Nitty Gritty. He turned in an album on all my beats and stuff like that. I'm gonna re-release that. He already released it. I got it's a lot. Shout out Savon. I hope I'm saying his name right. We got a single together. It's a lot, yo. Money Marco. I'm calling him Money Marco. Marco got some stuff on my beats. He out there in Detroit. He like JUS's young man, young boy.
Okay, yeah, he a grasshopper.
Yeah, shout out JUS too. I got some stuff coming out with JUS. Man. Shout out Bruiser Wolf. We recently just did a song together, and it's real nice. I'm just producing for as many people as I could produce for 2026. I feel like this is a year where I'm really like, I'm here. I'm on Bruiser Brigade now. Like, I'm out of my little hiatus type thing, so now it's time to really kick their ass.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You getting out the cocoon. It's time to really put foot back on neck. Yeah,
I spent enough time learning how to do stuff. I feel like any time where I wasn't really visible like that, it was because my head's in the books. And I'm really trying to learn how to perfect my stuff, like, because I jumped out, just literally jumping off the porch. Like, I dropped out of school and immediately just started producing, and I linked up with Lil B, and then through that, more eyes started coming on us. But we was really just kind of like fresh. I was probably on my second year making beats by the time I hit the internet. So I really wanted to sit down and really learn how to do my thing, and I feel like I'm fully there now. So we about to take off.
So you feel like you got your 10,000 hours. How you feel?
Oh,
you feel
30,000 30,000 by this point. That's how I feel.
Sir. That's a lot of year.
Yeah, so I feel like 2026 roll around, keep your eyes out, because there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. I mean, right now, if you look up Squadda Bambino on you look up Squadda Bambino on anything, I got an album out right now called Chaos Mayhem that I just released last month. I'm gonna be releasing a lot of music on my Squadda Bambino alias, just to keep the stuff flowing. I really want to be as entertaining as I can be. So like, keep an eye out. I'm gonna be extremely busy. I feel like you should expect something from me every month next year. Yeah,
and you heard it, man. Right on that calendar every month. And then I really do like how you went about the naming of the project, the greatest producer I know too. Cause like on the flip side, cause say if it is you, you are the greatest producer you know, or you could be the worst. So then so if you're talking to yourself like that, it does make a difference. So I like that spin on it.
I appreciate it.
And you you giving the people the tools to fish.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Absolutely.
And like you said, it's subjective. It's like they'll figure out what works for them. Like everything that you give in that, it may not apply to what they're doing, but the other stuff, it may be just what somebody was looking for. Exactly. It's like, God damn.
Exactly. Like I can only give my journey. Like I was a rapper first. I wasn't a producer, and I became a producer out of necessity, because 2007, 2008, it wasn't easy to stumble across a producer. Like, times were so different. That's one thing I really want to express to people. Like, times, the way that time develops and each year develops, it's really not like the previous year. Like back in 2006, 2007, there wasn't a lot of tutorials on YouTube about Fruity Loops.
Not at all. Not at all.
A whole different playing field back then. So the year that I became a producer, it was a lot of just like blood, sweat, and tears, learning my own way. So now that I'm here, I'm able to give that customized version of how I learned, because I didn't learn from tutorials. Like, I learned from getting in there and doing it. So for new producers or people trying to come in, I feel like I might have a whole different mindset on how to get in there, because I've watched a lot of tutorials on different stuff. I'm not teaching you how to use a DAW, but I'm just teaching you the mindset that I have and things to look out for and coming into the game as a new producer or as an established producer.
Definitely, yeah, man. And then anything outside of the music that you want to get into, like for like the entertainment and stuff wise?
Yeah, I mean, what we doing right now is fun. I want to keep on, you know what I mean, figuring out what we can do together.
Yes, sir.
We're having fun. But
we got the best editor I know in the back, keeping things
Hira,
going
sup. Big shout out to Hira, sup, because like without Hira, sup, things will look a whole lot different. A whole lot different, for the worse in my opinion. So like Hira's definitely been a thriving force in keeping the creativity at a top shelf level, so we can keep cranking out content and stuff like that. But outside of music, the greatest producer I know miniseries has been fun. Like, producers don't get a lot of shine, in my opinion, like they should. Producing is like a really creative entity on its own. Like, it takes a lot to be a producer, like literally, especially if you working with different artists, and it's a lot that come with that. It's not for the weak-hearted. Like, it's way easier to be a rapper than a producer, in my opinion. So it's kind of like I want to shed light on the producers' plights and wins. Yeah, I'm showing a lot of love for producers with this show. So I want to keep that show going and keep shedding light on producers. I mean, outside of music, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to think about that a lot more, because even my things outside of music is still music related. Like, this may be like a talk show type thing with the greatest producer I know, but it's still focused on music.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't have much that's outside of music right now. I got a Patreon that I'm writing, but even when I write on my Patreon, it's about music. I'm not really talking about too much else outside of music. So, you know, I'm a real music-based person. Maybe soon I will etch out and try some different things, but right now I'm giving you all angles of the game. Like, if you love music, if you're a fan of the art form and the entertainment aspect of it, you could come looking for Squadda B. I got something for you. Maybe I'll get into this is still music, but maybe I'll get into the rap side a little bit more too, because we do have, it's 2025, 26. It's going to be a lot of more rappers coming into the game, especially with how accessible rapping is, and you get on Instagram and there's a new person every day in your area. So maybe I'll show some love to the rap side too, and start giving my tips and advice, because I got a lot of young rappers that I'm helping out right now and that I'm producing for. So it's really exciting. It's really exciting.
That's what's up. Yeah, no, I would say so too, because then also with the influx of AI or however they're gonna try to make that shit look music wise, like I think like the youngins is gonna need some kind of guy,
just something
like,
to watch,
just
like,
something. Yeah.
Because even when I was growing up, I didn't. Let's see how to say this. Because I was rapping since 13. We was in the studio, big studio, 13, 14. So it was like, I wouldn't say I needed. I mean, the guidance was good. I was under Karis. It was a group, Boys in Black. If you go on YouTube, type in Boys in Black Oakland, you might find one or two videos that pop up. These seemed like hustlers though. These weren't like full rappers. These was dudes doing stuff outside of rap. But it was nice when they would be around and give us little advices and how to tackle this and how to tackle that and instill stuff in us. But I wasn't really looking for advice. So I don't think the youngsters, I don't really think they're looking for advice, but I would like to be a role model and give some stuff out, maybe through entertainment, because I feel like you really learn when you just watching stuff. Like the influence through whatever you watch, that's pretty important. So I want to give some influence through entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a lot, especially nowadays. If I wasn't looking for no guidance back then, I think the young people today, they really
ain't trying to hear it.
Ain't trying to hear a damn thing. They gonna be like, put on some Black Boy Max or some goddamn Kai Cenat or some shit. So, I want to just be a positive, maybe an influence, but if not, just some
kind of
entertainment.
Like lead by example.
There you go.
Pretty much.
There you go.
Okay,
See, you good with words, man. You sure you don't want to be a rapper? You sure we might have to try something out, man? You know what I mean? You might just have to put a beat behind you and see what happens. You know what I mean?
It's funny. Like, back in my young and thugging days, there was a time a blunt was lit. I was rapping over.
I already knew it.
I was in my Squadda zone, going on some friend zones.
I was letting you cap.
Put on a friend zone pack, and
I was letting you put your cap on. I was letting you cap a little bit. I knew you rapped though. I was letting you put your cap on, but I knew you rapped.
I just love the culture from top to bottom. Like, I can never, but I appreciate it so much. It's like, I don't know. I couldn't say I can never say I'm like no rapper, like just because of the people that I like.
You can though.
I am just a mega appreciator. I put it like that.
And plus, like you said, like you use the word culture. Like I have a lot of people hit me up. Shout out to everybody who's doing it. Hit me up on my Instagram DM and talking about, cloud rap this and cloud rap that. Like, it's a different day. And like I said, the times are different. When me and Mondre was starting out and really putting that cloud rap on our back, there was no one screaming that shit. But now it's a nation of people screaming that shit. So like, I feel like what I need to do is just be as visible as possible. Come up with new creative ways to be visible. Don't just be out there just showing my socks and shit like that. But like, I just got to be visible so people can see what it looked like. You know what I mean? Like, see what it looked like to do this. Because I've been doing it for a while. Regardless of what you feel about my trajectory or whatnot, like I've been in this for a minute and I've been around some greats and I'm still around some greats. So if nothing else, I can just give you what being around the greats looks like. Like I was just with Danny Brown when he did his show out here. I was just with Bruiser Wolf when he did his show out here. Like, if nothing else, you can see what it feels like to be a fly on the wall next to greatness. If I'm not the greatest producer they know or the greatest rapper they know.
Exactly. Definitely give yourself that credit too. Because like you said, nobody was out there doing the cloud or nothing at all.
Nah, I know that's a fact.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I even know first listening to it, it was really like, what the it do sound like you in the sky. It's different. Like,
shout out to Lil B, shout out to Clams Casino, Keyboard Kid, all the OGs who was around me. I hate to call y'all OGs, I'm sorry, but we are now. Shout out to everyone who was there in the beginning, the feet to the ground version of this stuff. Shout out to y'all, because it wasn't just me alone. Like, it was a whole group of energy who was pushing this out. But I wanted to ask you, what was some of the first stuff you ever heard from me?
The first thing I got introduced to was Leaf.
Damn, shout out Rocky. Shout out ASAP Rocky, man.
So then, when I heard then when I heard you guys talk about, just 4, 5, 6 Ice City slums and just getting real local, I was like, whoa, like,
hold on.
Okay, where are y'all from? Like, y'all, I know where y'all from, but who are y'all?
Yeah.
And then it got to the 808s and Dark Grapes too.
Okay.
Like, that one one definitely holds a special part in here. Like, just from top to that's a wonderfully done project.
Okay.
Then it moved on to and it was funny because even when I was just didn't have my funds in high school to pay online and stuff, just off the band camps and stuff, just the cover arts and stuff just caught my attention. And I'm just like, y'all really just not doing it the conventional hip-hoppy way. Like, it's different and it fits like my style. Like, I definitely want to keep finding out about y'all. And then I definitely did. Saw the show at Amoeba.
Yeah, I remember you. I remember you
met y'all. Then then I remember seeing you cross paths, have my job.
Yeah, you was serving, you being a young trapper out here. I seen that.
We just took off, and I really do just appreciate the music. Like, it's just it just really just right up my alley. And so, I love letting people know about it and people that hear it. Like, I remember I had one person, which one was it? It was the song Chosen.
Yeah.
They actually told me, like, they was like, turn it off for a second, bro. Like, they really talking about my life a little too much. Like, this is real. Like,
too relatable. I can't. That's how I be feeling with music. Like, sometimes when I'm around, you know what I mean, my spouse or something like that, sometimes it's like, nah, put on some lighter tone stuff. I'm triggered right now. Like, I don't want to. I don't just want to hear these people talk about my life that I don't even want to think about right now. So that's dope that I can be
like a real profoundness.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. A lot of people come up to me and talk to me about that song too. So I just feel like, man, if you out there, you got to create. Just create and let it be heard. And I think also, don't be afraid to put a team around your stuff too. Because me personally, I love isolating. If I didn't see the beauty in it, I'd just be alone 24/7. Period.
Right.
But like, there is beauty in building a team, because with 808s too, that was a team effort. That was me, that was Mondre, that was our manager at the time, Soft Money, our manager at the time, Walkmaster Flex, and that was like all the producers and the artwork designer. We all came together and we really put that together. So I think having a team effort behind your project could definitely, do you some good. And also just, give your life and give your effort. Shout out to Ambush also. We had an engineer, we got up with a new engineer for that album. So it was really a group effort, and like, leaving the house, because me and Dude, we used to just be in the crib recording. That's how we did most of our stuff.
Yeah.
But with 808s too, we went to another studio. So shout out Ambush, and it took that village. You know what I mean? So I think that works. I think that helps. Like, I've done things on my own as well. Like my first real solo album, I Smoke Because I Don't Care About Death. People was really a fan of that, and I did that like in 2 weekends, like literally Friday to Sunday twice, and put that together, mixed and put it out. And so it's really just about like bare your soul and really give a reflection of you. You know what I mean? Like really make it to where it's like, these are the beats that I really like. Because that was, at the end of the day, that's what drove us, was like, we want to rap on this type of stuff. I remember, like I said, about the years and the time. Back in the day, like, I had to find J Dilla beats and Alchemist beats. And I never listened to J Dilla in my life. But I found them because I was looking for these type of beats, and nobody had them. So it's like, you know, especially when the time we were blowing up, I'm pretty sure Wiz was coming up at the same time with his orange and Kush and orange juice and stuff like that. So it was just like, you know, you got to find what moves you and move in on that, because that's definitely been like the main thing in my career, is like finding stuff that I like to hear, especially when there's no one else doing it. But even if it's everyone else is doing it, you know, do what you love to hear and present it to the world.
Exactly. They can't do it like you.
That's a big, you know, and that you may not feel like, sometimes I'm like, I don't care about it. Like, I don't care if no one could do it like me. There's still people doing it, but at the end of the day, that's so real. Like, you really don't know your own power sometimes. So you gotta just believe in that. And if you don't believe in it for yourself, believe in it in the universe, that you know, you're really giving something substantial out to the world, and they'll come back to you tenfold. You know?
Yeah. And then to give back a little throwback, that picture that kind of goes around with you, ASAP, and everybody. What day, and Yams and everybody? How did that one come about?
Yeah. Great question. Rest in peace to Yams. Yams was a good dude, man. Yams definitely
and
put
I believe
a lot of pieces.
I believe Mac was in it
Mac
too?
Miller, Space Ghost Purge.
Mac too.
RP Mac, yeah. That was the only night I got to meet Mac Miller and kind of listen to him in the studio tell war stories. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Yams, because Yams was like really a good, curator. He really put a lot of people in rooms together that needed to be in rooms together, but would have never did it on our own. So Yams I know Rocky reached out to me to work on a song, but by the time we got out to New York that trip, I think we were out there, my memory's a little hazy, so if anyone was there and you want to, you know, debate the story, whatever, but we were out there, I think, for some shows. And one of the nights off that we didn't have a show, Rocky and I'm not sure who, I think Yams was there that night too. They came by to, you know, do some studio, and it kept going later and later. I just remember this night, it kept going later and later. They finally pulled up. I ran outside, no shoes, no socks, just to be like, man, is y'all really here? Y'all here? They was there.
What's going on?
Yeah, we were out in Manhattan one night, came through in the van or whatnot, the what you call that? It was more like a Lincoln, but yeah, it was like, come on, let's ride. So I ran in the house, tried to wake Mondre. Dog was out. We was drinking a lot back then. Put my shoes on. I ran out, and we went to the studio, and I got to hear Rocky was working on "Everything's Purple" that night. Everything's purple.
Oh yeah, that purple swag.
Yeah. I think it was like a remix of it though. And we was just vibing. Like, I vibed with them the whole night. We went the whole night. Just kicking. I went to Rocky House after that and whatnot. Yeah. But Mac Miller had slid through for a quick second, and he was just talking about tour. He was talking about tour life. He came through and was like, you know, just kicking it about tour life, how much money he was making, how it felt, and things like that. And it was inspiring. I was like, all right, this dude killing shit right now. Like I said, it was the Wiz Khalifa time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think he was on Rostrum, or however that works. They were on the same label or whatever. So it was dope. I left with a real newfound respect. Not that I didn't respect him, I just didn't really know too much about Mac Miller at the time. But after he left, I was like, all right, this dude big business. Like, this dude got his stuff going. But times like that, it was a good night. You know, we was just kicking in the studio, vibing. And that goes to show with the group effort thing I'm talking about too. Like, you see with Rocky, like, even back then, he had a huge group around him of people who were motivated and wanting to get from point A to point B. And I think that's a huge part of what helped kick Rocky off outside of his own style and things like that. Yeah. He had a great team around him who really was like pushing for positivity, and it worked out tremendously.
Yeah, tremendously. Shout out Rocky.
Yeah. So
tremendously, for real. No man is an island.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
That was a fun night. We ended up, I know we stayed up the whole night. I basically spent the night with him, but we didn't sleep. We stayed up the whole night, went to his house, came back to New York, met up with Mondre later at, I think the Mishka warehouse. And, yeah, that was pretty much when I left him the next day at the Mishka warehouse. But it was a real time. It was a real time, real vibe. You know, hustlers. Yeah. People really putting it together and working and really striving for the best with this stuff, and that's what it takes. You gotta be 100% in.
Yeah, no, literally, and all that. I feel like that pays off too. Where, who was it? What Complex that recently put out that article with you guys ranking in the top 100?
Pitchfork.
Yeah,
shout out to Pitchfork.
Yeah,
love y'all.
So that's where that hard work pays off, and really got one of the top 100 projects or songs of all time of hip hop songs to them. Like,
I mean, and there's still people who reach out to me, like, cause I'm one of them people too. Like, if I find a song, if I grew up on you, or if there's a song I like, I'm gonna go find you and be like, yo, what you doing now? Like, I mess with your style, I mess with you. Like, there's a lot of those people who come up to me still to this day, and it's like, you know, they may have 5 followers and things like that, but they reach out and they like, what's up, man? This album changed my life. This song changed my life. This, that, and it's a wonderful feeling. So
that's good.
There's a lot that come with putting yourself out there. Things come back tenfold. You just gotta believe and really go for it. You know what I mean? We don't live twice, allegedly. So it's like, with this time that we have, we gotta, you know, give ourselves up to the higher power type thing, you know.
No, and I feel like that authenticity reflects in the music too.
That's what's up. Like, that's what's up. For real. You just never know how someone's gonna react to it. Like, we didn't know. We were just hoping for the best and just putting it out there. So it's dope, and we got to keep going. Don't let that, because now we're going through the opposite thing. Like, at first it was like, will anyone hear this? Will anyone care? Now it's like, okay, well, people are hearing it. Do people care? Are people gonna keep listening? It's like, it's always that brain messing with you. Like, you gotta just. For me, I try to just tune out, and it's easier to treat it like a job, honestly. It's way easier to just treat it like a job. Like, this is what pays, no matter how much you pay you. Like, this is what pays me. I'm doing this to get from point A to point B, and let the chips fall from there. Because if you're doing it and you're expecting the world and you're expecting it to change, that's a great thing. Like, put in that effort, but like, if it doesn't go that way, you're gonna be crushed.
Right.
So I try not to let it crush me. I try not to let it, like, you know, regardless of what happens, I did it. I put it out. Now I'm on to the next. I put it out. Now I'm on to the next. If people respond later with this is great and this, that, sick. But like, I don't really do it for that purpose.
And I'm glad you say, like, that's a really, really good mindset to have about it. Like, I can admit it's easier said than done for me to sometimes look at it like that, but that's a really good perspective. Like, for real, just kind of, because a lot of people, they say like, if you like what you're doing, it's not a job, but kind of, with a job, you kind of got like a directive and a plan of what you want to do, and you know you got to get this done to get where you want to go.
Right.
So just kind of sit down and just do the work.
Exactly.
Like, honestly,
that's your
like,
job.
bro,
that's your job.
You heard from Squadda, man. Like, sometimes
job.
you got to treat the dream like a job a bit to do the work. To get where you want to go. Like, that's cool. Like, I
don't want to treat it like I'm devaluing it, but at the same time, like, it is what it is, because otherwise the disappointment that comes with it sometimes can be crushing. That's why a lot of people don't do music who, like, I say 80% of the people around me who I was doing music with in 2011, they're gone. And they're not dead, but they're not here. So I think that's just from the disappointment around it and putting too much heart into it. Like, I never really did, but like, I think putting too much heart into it eventually hurt you. You know, you gotta kind of treat it like a business no matter what. Like, and I don't mean to devalue music, because music is everyone's passion who does this, or a lot of people's passion. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you can't be that emotionally invested into it, because like, it will break your heart. Yeah. It will.
Like, you do need to save a certain amount for yourself.
And not personalize it so much. Not personalize it so much. And sure, people would disagree with me, but that's what helped me. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Because if I put all my ego into this and all of my well-being into this, like, I'd be crushed that, you know, I feel like I don't have the same listeners that I had 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Like, I would not be making music now. Like, I would be like, oh my God, the game is sick. These people don't care about me. I could be complaining for years, but I don't complain, because it's like, it's not that serious. Like, this is music, this is fun, this is a job. I do my job, I clock out, I go back home, I watch TV, I'm chilling with my spouse.
Right, exactly. Because when you wake up, you still gonna be you.
Yeah.
How the music's put out or not, like, or how it's received or not, you still go be you.
And you live another day.
Exactly.
You live to drop another day. I just hate that so many people around me don't do music anymore because they're talented and people love them. I love them.
Right.
But sometimes, like, the game can be so disappointing, or your expectations can be so high, or your perspective of it is so different that when life hits and reality sets of it not going your way, which is never always going to go your way, but like whenever that happens, some people just can't take it.
Right, they just get too jaded off of it.
And that's natural, but like don't let it get you out the game. Like, but that's just a product of putting too much of yourself into it. Like, so that's one thing I definitely stress.
And I'm sure the people know who they are, who I'm talking about, who they want. You want to see do music again.
No shade.
No, of course, invitations to get back inspired. For real, for real.
Don't let this break you, man. Don't let it make you or break you.
Like, for real.
Like this should be a part of who you are. Like, this is everything for me, but at the same time, like, you know, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm going to still be me regardless. I'm going to keep putting stuff out, whether people love it or hate it. Maybe I might put less money into it just to be smart. Like, maybe I won't bet the house on some shit where I feel like 2 people are listening to it. But, like, other than that, I'm going to keep on going. And I feel like we've gotten so much support that it's like say for you, for instance, I support you. I love what you do. If you were to quit tomorrow, I feel like for me, like, I don't want to disappoint anyone. And it's not just about them, but at the same time, I know there's so many people who support me. If I quit for any reason, like, I feel like I'm letting them down. Like, they supported me for nothing.
Right.
Like, all these people, the Lil B's of the world, the Ace, even the Rockies, the ASAP Rockies of the world, like, if I quit tomorrow, it's like they helped me for nothing.
Literally.
Like, they gave me a look for nothing. Shout out to Danny Brown. Like, if I quit tomorrow, it's like, dog, like, Brown gave me so many opportunities for what?
Exactly.
Quit? Like, that's crazy. But I think the only way that I would quit is by putting too much of myself into it. So I just try not to put my whole heart into this thing.
Yeah, no, that's good. You stay mindful of that. Like, you really got to. You really got to.
Especially the older you get, because then you get the whole age thing coming into it. Like, I didn't have to worry about that back then when I was first starting off. Like, I was freaking 17, 18. I think our first kind of dip from the scene was like when I was 21. So it was like I'm still just being able to buy liquor. So the age thing didn't even have no instance in my head.
Right.
My last major label album came out when I was 25. So like now, me being 34, this is like a whole new thing to think about. Like, oh, I'm getting old. Like, and the game's changing. And the game has always been for the young. Like, there's always been young rappers who are prioritized and things like that. If anything, it's older today. If anything, the game's changed to where
it is.
Yeah, like, the Drakes and the Kendricks and stuff, they late 30s. They're probably 40. They're probably in their 40s.
Breathing on it 40, for sure, at least. So, like,
so it's a new thing, but yeah, you can't, man, I can't let that stuff get me down. I'm gonna keep on working till I die.
Yeah, please do, bro. Please do.
And you too, man, you too. Yeah. I believe in you, man. So whatever you do, you can switch paths, you can go to Twitch, you can go wherever, but like, just keep doing it.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, bro.
Facts.
Exactly. Like, I'm just keep going and see where it goes.
Yeah, go wherever your heart.
That's it. Like,
you do want to go where your heart is. You don't want to do something that you hate. So like, yeah, if your passion goes into gaming, like, whatever, game stream.
Yeah, for real. And it's all. And as long as I got weed and chips, though, like
weed and chips.
I thought that love ain't ever go nowhere.
Shout out chips and chops, man. We still eating chips, man. We still on the chip thing.
And y'all know this is rare. Y'all catching me eating guacamole stuff, but
my bad. That was my fault.
Now you get, but the salsitas guacamole chips, they do just enough for me. Like, it's not overpowering. Like, I love the salsa ones. The salsa ones from them are hella good, but the guac ones is cool.
Yeah, I might not be on the chop side of thing anymore, but, you know, I'm still with the chips always.
Always, bro. We chop it up.
Yep. Yeah, bars, bro.
Yeah, and then I say, got anything that we can look to at the beginning of the year, like specifically?
Definitely. My book should be out on Amazon. Really everywhere you look, my book should be out. The podcast, The Greatest Producer I Know, same name, for the book and the miniseries. The podcast, Greatest Producer I Know. I just found a website where they put the audio on a bunch of different websites. Shout out Ryan Hemsworth, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Look out for that on the author, host side of things. As a rapper, Dr. Squadda, Mr. Beach. I got an album with Dream Beach out of Detroit. Shout out Dream Beach. I got an album with Dream Beach coming out really soon. That should be out January, February. Preview on the Vault. Oh, okay, I got you. Excuse me, y'all. Preview on the Vault. We got the Vault video out now where you can see a little preview of that.
Yes.
I got SM6, the France version, the France edition, excuse me. Got the homies out in France. They're making a real special edition cassette for the instrumental, and they got a few new instrumentals on there.
All right.
So the France edition SM6 should be February for sure, if not January. We'll re-release that on the streamings, so you can just check that out. SM6, the France edition. Yeah, I gave you the Dream Beach album. Emmy Boom, I got an album that I produced for Emmy Boom. That should be out January or February. And there's probably so much more that it's up there, but it ain't there. So I feel like, just type in Squadda B at all times. Keep up with my Instagram. Sign up for the Patreon if you can. Just keep an eye out, because 2026, I'm working. I'm finally Bruiser Brigade all the way through. I feel like I got the ice off me. I'm defrosted. You know what I mean? Like, I got a new place of distribution. I got a new place. I got my swagger back.
So it's time to get bruising. I like that, man.
Yeah, just look out for them. Yeah, the SM6 France edition. And Dr. Squadda, Mr. Beach, with me and Dream Beach, that's coming out definitely at the top of the year. I got a lot coming out, though, I promise you, man. Just stay tuned. Definitely check out that audiobook, though. I never did an audiobook before.
I definitely will. You guys, too.
The greatest producer I know. Keep an eye on that. Because the last season that we had, we finished it off with Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. Shout out to Dale. We got a lot of just incredible producers that I've previously worked with mostly. I'm just giving everyone their platform to talk a little bit more and in tune more than maybe usual, because I don't really see a lot of producer interviews. You know
not at all. Like, and they play a major part in what goes on in this culture that we love. So it's good that you really give them a chance to talk, because they were there too, making in these moments. So they got a whole nother perspective to show.
My dude Shady Blaze, he had an album called Rappers Ain't Shit Without a Producer, and that's pretty much what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up reading the Scratch magazine. It was a magazine that was out for producers and DJs, I guess. But I grew up reading producers' interviews and seeing the equipment they used and seeing things like that. So I just I want that side of hip hop to stay alive. Like, because I feel like for the people growing up now, they don't have that. They might, Rhythm Roulette. There's like certain shows that are out, and there's certain.
But that's like the only one that comes immediately jumps to mind.
That's sad.
Producing wise, yeah.
That's sad, because if I didn't have Scratch magazine, like, I don't know if I would have took producing serious, to be honest with you. Like, I had to have some sort of physical visualization of it being done and them talking about the basics behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I really, I want to keep pushing the culture forward in that way, because that's what helped me out. So as I get older, I look to see how we can keep this going. What can I do to do my part to keep this thing going, this thing of ours? That's what I got right now.
Exactly. I feel like it's gonna be well received too.
And so far,
it's gonna be something too where people could look at just years and years from now, like really, like real. Because if it's not written, it's not said, and you getting this, you got this in this time and place encapsulated. So this is going.
I'm thinking that too. It's one of those things where, in time, looking back, people will be able to go back and check it out.
Oh shit!
It's here and staying around. We on YouTube right now. We about to be on Amazon, the Kindle readers and stuff like that. We got the podcast on a bunch of different platforms. So, just doing my part, man.
Yep. So you guys heard, man. Just pretty much type in Squadda B at all times, anytime next year.
Please.
It's a really good chance you're gonna see something new. So please take a look, share. Again, take a look at the Greatest Producer I Know series. Be on the lookout for the book. And also be on the lookout for more work with him with the Bruiser Brigade. We got the man Defrosted. And he's ready to go.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. We just worked with Bruiser Wolf. I got Bruiser Wolf on another one of my beats, which is like crazy. Like, Wolf kind of hit the ground running with his career right now. So it's a beautiful feeling to be around that whole team and see how they moving and to be a part of it. Like it feels good to be, like I said, that team effort, that group effort. It feels good to be around that type of feel again, because we really got to create our own communities and stuff like that. So the fact that I was invited to one and been able to like join an already up and running realm is, I don't want to take that for granted for a second.
Exactly. And then like it's funny how people are saying that hip hop is starting to lose like its
regional
and just lose its like popularity and stuff.
Yeah, that's all different.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, but also what I'm seeing too, somebody said too, which was good. There's like, actually, like, then bring the gatekeeping back. Like all the cool stuff, the people gonna know about. Like just like the brigade, they kind of saw you, like you got invited into something, and now you making it work. And people like the people who know are gonna know, and it's gonna spread out. And because if you don't, you can pick and choose when to accept it, but we still gonna be here doing cool shit. Like
that's how hip hop started. You know what I mean? Like it started as like a real small thing, a cool club. Like if you know, you know, and like it slowly built up. But we still more popular than we ever been. Like the sales might be looking crazy right now, but you know, we influence everything. We in every single realm of life. The country singers sound like rappers right now. You know what I mean? In fact, some of the biggest country singers are rappers. Shout out Jelly Roll. He started off with 3 6 Mafia out in Memphis and whatnot. But so it's just like, yeah, man, we straight. I wouldn't even worry about that part of it. You just got to keep your head in the books and keep working, and they'll come around. Like everyone's paying attention to everyone. We still out there as hip hop and as rappers and all that. We still out there. It may, the sales might go up and down, but that's with everything.
No, literally, that's the economy.
Yeah, like, McDonald's sales might dip, but everybody's still getting some McDonald's.
Exactly.
You're still gonna see McDonald's in the city.
For real, like I'm gonna find my way to get my hip hop.
Yeah, matter of fact. So it is what it is. Shout out Danny Brown again too for facilitating a place where I could, get my swagger back. You know what I mean? Shout out to Detroit. The Oakland-Detroit connection lives on. Shout out JUS. I'm hoping to get some more JUS music out there. I've been sending a lot of stuff, so I'm just fingers crossed we get some more JUS music with me on
I'm definitely be looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this has been another episode of Chips and Chops. Got my man Squadda B.
Yeah.
Looking on the lookout for Volume 4. And maybe even a surprise Chip and Chop track.
Yeah, we got to get that Chips and Chops. We got to get that Chips and Chops. Maybe if we can even do an EP, we're going to do what we can. We'll see what we can do. Get that audio Chips and Chops going on. You know what I mean? Make our chips, chop it up.
Exactly. Make our chips and chop it up. Nothing need to be said after that, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Until the next time.